Welcome to LahvUs. The hardest part about any diet is trying to find good recipes. It's always just a guess and check and you're never completely sure what you're gonna get. That's why at LahvUs we make recipe reviews every week so you know exactly what to expect without wasting your own ingredients. So if you're looking to add some new variety to your diet, this is the place to subscribe. Now, if you're keto, you've probably definitely tried some keto pizza recipes. Whether you've made the fathead dough or cauliflower crust, it's okay, but it's not exactly like the real thing. So today's recipe is gonna be different because we're using the actual method that we've always used to make pizza. We'll be using a yeasted pizza dough recipe from Ketochix on Instagram. She's one of our favorite recipe creators, one of the best ones out there, so we know it's gonna be amazing.
Okay, so the first thing we have to do is activate our yeast. And in order to do that, we need to make sure our water is at the perfect temperature. So here we have a half cup of water, and you want to make sure the temperature is between 110 to 120 Fahrenheit, because if it's too hot, it'll kill the yeast, and if it's too cold, then it won't activate. So we need it perfectly in the middle. So it's about between 110 and 120 at 113. So now what we'll do is add it in with 2 teaspoons of real sugar. And don't worry about the insulin spike because the yeast is going to eat up all that sugar. So just stir. Now we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. And now we'll set this aside for about 40 minutes to leave it to rise and get foamy. So after 40 minutes, it should look something like this. Now we'll start on our dough mixture. So here we have 2 cups of almond flour, 1/4 cup of golden flaxseed meal, 1/4 cup of psyllium husk, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1½ teaspoons of xanthan gum, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, now we'll add in our wet ingredients. So to start, we have 1/4 cup of almond milk, 2 egg whites and 1 egg yolk, 1½ tablespoons of olive oil, and our yeast mixture. Okay, so now we should have our dough. Now we're gonna spread our dough onto our pan, let it rise again for 40 minutes, then we'll add our toppings and put it in the oven for 20 minutes. Quick tip, make sure your hands are wet when you're handling the dough, just so that your hands don't get all sticky.
Keto yeasted pizza.
Yes! Look how beautiful. All right, so these are kind of like pizza sticks because of the way we cut them.
Yeah.
But oh, it smells divine.
I want to talk a little bit about pizza, but I want to taste it even more.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm never eating fathead dough again. I love this. Okay, so I'm gonna show you like the actual slice of it. Look at that, it's freaking pizza. You fold it up, it's all bready. Like, oh, it's just beautiful. Mm. Well, I'm not surprised. Ketochix is a genius.
We've had fathead dough however many times.
A bunch.
A bunch of times. And like tasting this, it makes me think like, what is wrong with the keto community? Like what kind of demographic are we attracting? Where the first option, the first thing we all heard about was fathead dough. What is the point of that?
True.
When you make pizza, you use yeast, the dough rises, you make pizza. And the thing is like, yeah, fathead dough is a bit quicker, but there's obviously issues with the fathead dough. Cauliflower crust is just goofy. Don't be goofy. She even says in her post that this can hold in the freezer for 3 months.
Yeah.
So if you just make a batch of it, like we probably will, I mean, when you're in the mood for pizza, thaw it out like you would anything else in the freezer, flatten it, you got pizza. And that's probably quicker than making the fathead anyways. It's pretty much the same process, except we're using almond flour instead of bleached flour. Of course. Why didn't we think of that?
I never made like actual bread. I really didn't know. And I feel like a lot of people don't really make bread on a regular.
Yeah, no, it's true. Most people don't know how to make it. They just order it.
Well, that's what's so cool about the keto diet is that like you can really discover how food is made. Right,
because you can't buy it somewhere and just pull up to a window and like expect your stuff to come. It's like you actually gotta do it yourself. You realize like how keto isn't even that drastic of a difference. It's like all we did was swap out regular flour for almond flour, and now we're still eating pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
And we could be super precise with like how many carbs we're getting in. That information will be in the description. But yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be eating half a pizza even if you're not on a keto diet anyways. Think about that.
Because that's debatable.
This is definitely gonna give you a bit more nutrition than regular flour. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's wiring me up. I have some, you know, I got some yeast and some cheese and some pineapple.
Bro, you can't tell them we put pineapple on it. We're gonna be chastised.
Why?
It's a thing. They don't like people. The internet doesn't like people who put pineapple on their pizza.
We put pineapple.
I know, but you just can't say it.
You know what?
It's like boogeyman.
No, I am standing up for all the people who like pineapple on their pizza. And I think that we should come together as one and make a group chat. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? Don't be ashamed. Don't let others try to tell you otherwise. It's a good topping.
It is. You got the cheese, you got the savory, you got the salt. It's like pineapple makes the most sense to really balance out the flavor profile. But people, I don't know, they think it's weird.
Because what is it? Oh, it's like under like the Hawaiian category. It's like a Hawaiian pizza if it's ham and pineapple. Geniuses.
Racist. They're like, Hawaii has a pineapple on their pizza? And so now it's like a whole like mongering thing where they're like hate on people who like pineapple. To the point where you have people like me who love pineapple on their pizza, but geez, I would not say that. It's like it's politics out here.
Yeah, no, I don't care. I'm a rebel, okay? I'm a revolutionary and I believe in the pineapple on the pizza.
I do too.
So.
But don't tell nobody. Flavor?
It's delicious. It's so good.
You know what's cool is not only does it taste a lot more like actual pizza, but it starts smelling just like if we walked into a pizza shop. Definite super thumbs up. Obviously you can spice it however you want. So, you know, thinking about the crust alone, the crust is definitely a huge thumbs up. It's crazy how much like bread it tastes. Like, when. Texture.
I think the texture is perfect.
Perfect.
I would
agree.
Yeah, I think it's moist, but it's like a solid on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes, this is bread.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for texture.
Recipe.
So recipe. I think it was fairly easy. It looks like a lot when you're reading it. The waiting time makes it a little more difficult because you're waiting for the yeast to rise, and then, you know, you're spreading the dough out and then you're waiting for that to rise as well. And other than that, you're just taking all of the ingredients and mixing them up to make this dough. And then after that, it's easy. I'd say thumbs up for recipe. I think it was really good.
Would you make it again though?
Yeah.
We might make it again right now, man.
Yes.
Please. I think you said it right that like we might never make fathead dough pizza again. I mean, that sounds like something more like if you're in a crunch and like you don't got the yeast or whatever, like the store is closed and you can't go get it. Like in that case, that's probably the only time we'd ever have fathead pizza again. Overall, definitely we'll be making it again. I'm upset that we haven't done it so far. I want you guys to comment and let us know what is wrong with the keto community. Like why? Don't forget to follow Ketochix. She is amazing. This is probably our 4th or 5th recipe by her, and we haven't had a bad experience yet. 100% of the time, she loves it, and that's the big difference between all of the best creators that we show here versus some of the recipes we try that aren't so good. Is the people who make the good stuff, they love it. They make it for fun and perfect it for fun. It's really rare to find like a recipe from hers that like has a normal name. Like I've never seen her post like vanilla cake.
Yeah.
She has a vanilla cake pudding. She has a vanilla cinnamon poke cake, I believe.
She had a whole like a jelly, like what was it? It was oh, like a Jello like series and everything. Yeah. She had like a macchiato Jello. Girl.
Very interesting stuff.
I get so excited. Her recipes are just out of this world, 100%. And you better make an Instagram and go check them out.
She's still our favorite recipe creator for sure. #1 on our
roster.
Our roster that we keep in our heads. Don't forget to also like this video and share it to anyone who you know is eating fathead dough. They need it more than anyone else.
Seriously.
Alright? Or cauliflower crust. Oh my gosh, I even forget people do that to themselves. They want to see this, alright? Yeah. Make it a project, a weekend project, if whatever, because there's 40 minutes of waiting and you gotta go get yeast and stuff like that. Share that, like, subscribe, and LahvUs.